chaos as gold miners ransack Grace Mugabe's farm. Just a few meters from Grace Mugabe's soybean field in Mazowe, about 40 kilometers north of Harare, a group of men have set camp and are digging the earth using pickaxes, hoes and shovels, scouting for gold in the resource-rich area. In another corner, a group of men have uprooted citrus trees in the same Smithfield farm, panning for gold. The other miners have set camp along the wall of Grace's orphanage due to waterlogging. Trucks ferrying the gold ore for refining are coming in and out of the farm that has become the latest battleground between Grace and the panners. The mud-soaked artisanal miners move freely up and down inside the once high-security area, often without shirts and drenched in sweat like equatorial rainforest hunters after braving a huge storm to hunt for chimpanzee. At the mine site, it is business as usual. Some men are draining water from the open pits using huge water pumps, others use tins to bring out gold ore from the pits, while others lie under trees taking a rest after the punishing work. The few who were fully dressed were clad in President Emerson Mnangagwa's election campaign t-shirts, listening to Jah Praise's song Kutranga Kwaro. The music, piercing through the remaining lemon trees, was coming from small solar-powered radios perched on tree branches across the mine site to provide entertainment to the panners. They were briefly raided by the police after Grace reported them for allegedly invading her farm, destroying the citrus trees and underground irrigation infrastructure. This, however, did not deter them, and they are back in larger numbers, vowing to stay put until Mnangagwa orders them out. At the first site, the panners claim to be ZANU-PF supporters from across the country, particularly from Shirugwe, who alleged they were mining with Mnangagwa's blessings and could only leave the place if ordered to do so by the president. This is the indigenization policy that former President Robert Mugabe introduced, said Wastemore Ngoni, who claimed to be the owner of the mining claim. We are indigenous people and should be allowed to mine. We are ZANU-PF supporters and we are here because of President Mnangagwa. If he comes and tells us to leave, we will happily leave today. He said the former First Lady was not the owner of Smithfield, but Iron Mask Estate, and could not evict them from the mine they were given by their late relative, Elias Ngoni, who was one of Mugabe's top spies. Over 60 families, Ngoni said, were being sustained by the mine. We are here to mine and nothing else. We will not touch anything, even that soybean crop, he said. Ngoni said they had been mining for the past 2 months and had been getting rich pickings from the mine. We came here after the new dispensation, he said. President Mnangagwa has said Zimbabwe is open for business, and this is what it means. It is not business from foreign whites only, we also have the right to mine and enjoy our riches. Another artisanal miner, Mazowe Ngoni, said Grace had been to the farm and had raised concern over the damage caused on her bean crop. He said the panners did not have problems with Grace, but one Mobambi, who came with Russians in 2013 to take over the mine. We can only leave if President Mnangagwa asks us to, Mazowe said. In fact, what we can do now is to ask Mai Grace and Mnangagwa to give us equipment so that we can mine efficiently. But the panners are very vigilant and suspicious of anyone who visits them. They swamped around a group of journalists like bees to demand the reason behind their visit, and their fears could be understood for people who had been unemployed and had found a new lease of life. One of the panners said they were getting over a kilogram of gold per day and would share equally with the owner of the mine. We have over 10 groups and each group can get as much as 100 grams a day, said one of the panners, who said he was from Zwishivane. We share the proceeds equally with the owner of the claim. Ngoni was brandishing a 2012 prospecting license while Grace has a special mining grant obtained in 2016. At the other site, most of the panners had fled the scene before the group of journalists arrived, and the few remaining were busy calling their superiors, believed to be Shepherd Nyasvago, who is locked in an ownership wrangle with Grace, asking them to come and talk to the reporters. Mazowe and Grace clashed 2 weeks ago when the former First Lady visited the site ordering his workers off her farm. Grace claimed she has lost 31 laptops at her orphanage to thieves whom she suspected were the Panners. The Panners challenged Grace, broke into song and dance, telling her off, saying she no longer had the powers to evict them. They were menacing and daring. Some of the miners are now suing Grace for accusing them of stealing from her, and Mazowe claims to be the rightful owner of the farm. Home Affairs Minister Robert Mpofu last week labeled Grace a liar for claiming there were Panners on her farm, saying what was going on was a land ownership wrangle.